Gravine Island case.
John Rogers is in Bay Minette with the details. John.
Hello, Lenise and April. The case started around 10:15 and ended just about 3:45 or so. This preliminary hearing was about the charge of first-degree burglary, and the judge felt there was probable cause to move on in this case with that charge. However, in the midst of this, we did hear a lot about the circumstances surrounding the shooting of Summer Moody. Now, let's go back. An investigator who spoke to one of the teens said these teens were going alligator hunting and to catch frogs, the three teens and Summer Moody. And they had a rifle on board with them, which they told the investigators they used to shoot at an alligator. But over the course of this trip, they decided to go commit burglaries. Now, this was on early in the morning of April 15th. One of the teens, Daniel Parnell, told an investigator that Summer Moody was an active participant in these burglaries. However, Parnell did not go into detail as to how exactly Summer was involved in these burglaries. In the course of this burglary, there were three adults at a nearby fish camp, and they could hear noises, banging noises, as these teens are attempting to break in. So these three men, the investigator said, hopped in a boat, went over to the fish camp, and one of the men, Larry Duncan, saw one of the teens in an orange shirt, and Larry Duncan, the other man that was with him, thought that this teen had a gun. So in reaction, Nick Hearn, the investigator said, fired a shot into the ground, and shortly after, in reaction, Larry Duncan fired a shot into the woods, and they told that teen to show himself. The investigator said the two teens that did come out were Scott Bird and Dylan Tyree, and we're told by investigators that these men were shocked when they realized that these were teenagers they were dealing with, not men. So the men told these teenagers, get out of here, go away. And so the two teens, Tyree and Bird, left, and the men hopped in a boat, got out into the water, and awaited for them to leave. After a little while, investigators say the teens did not come by, so the men wanted to see what went on. They went over to the dock. That's where they then realized that there were two more teens with this group, Summer Moody and the other teen, and they saw Summer Moody lying injured on the dock. At this point, the investigator said that the men took Summer Moody onto their boat, went over to Cloverleaf Island, where they called 911. The investigator said that Summer Moody was actually shot in the side of the head, not the back of the head, and there were multiple fragments of the bullet inside her skull. They said the bullet was terribly deformed when it entered in. Over the course of this hearing, this long hearing, Parnell was the only one in a jumpsuit since he's still behind bars. The other two young boys, they were dressed in their Sunday best. Scott Bird was very unresponsive, looked very sullen during the course of the whole hearing. However, Parnell and Tyree every once in a while would like shake their head no or kind of smirk at some of the testimony that the investigator was sharing on behalf of the three men from that island. Those three men were not at the hearing today. The Baldwin County District Attorney said that there were some issues with sending out the subpoena. These three men apparently live in Mobile County, so it didn't get out in time, and these three men were not in the hearing, so we only saw the three teenagers. The attorneys for these three teenagers argued for a lesser bond. At this point, that lesser bond was denied for Bird and for Tyree, but the judge will consider